Good Monday morning. It is still morning, though just barely. Still no orders, so still got to crack that code. One of the things Jill and I were talking about this morning is that it's not unusual for a campaign to need at least a month to kind of figure out what works and what doesn't. And for us, we've often been able to become profitable significantly before that, but at the same time, that's always been on something that's a little bit more proven, whereas this business is essentially unproven. So it's expected that it would take longer to figure out what's working, because we're not just trying to scale up a business that is working, we're trying to scale a business that is unproven, and we're trying to prove true. We're trying to figure it out, trying to figure out a product that people want and delivered in a way people want it. So there's lots of tweaking and things yet to come. And I'm in the process of planting a new crop for next week's harvest. That's priority number one for today, because without a crop, you can't sell anything next week. So that seems pretty important. And after that, today our goal is to work on our kids' fort that we're building for our son's birthday party at the end of the week, and deliver a few samples to some friends in town so that they can get introduced to our product. And that may all sound simple enough, nothing too ambitious, but it is already about 12 o'clock, and I'm only just getting to the planting. Our youngest son woke up with a little bit of a fever. I think that fever is probably just because he's teething, not because he's actually sick. But it means he was up earlier than we would have liked him. Otherwise, he slept pretty good last night. We had time change on Sunday, so we lost an hour, and I ended last week, both Jill and I, really, really exhausted. So we did do a lot of sleeping over the weekend, but maybe not quite as much as we hoped. So as simple as that plan sounds, it's feeling a little ambitious today. Almost there. Now we gotta water our existing crop. It'd be nice if you could get the planting done a little faster, but I think I could definitely improve on my speed in the planting. Am I done? Not quite. He wants to go outside. Daddy's just gonna talk to the camera for a few minutes, okay? And then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do next. I don't know, because I think I need to do some work on the fort. I don't need to? You just need to go outside? What would you do outside? Okay, let's go outside for just a few minutes. Daddy will video outside while you walk around. How about that?
Out there.
Snow out there.
Yep.
Big dump of snow last night. Some ways there's like a part of me that feels guilty that I'm not like hustling and, trying to get more sales and working so hard. Worried about, like, as I'm vlogging this, what people are thinking of me. That people are thinking, oh, why isn't he working harder? Why is he building a fort for his kids? He should be making sure they've got food on the table. He should be making sure that they're getting sales. Is it cold? You just want to go inside? There's just a little bit of snow on your boots. Was your feet getting cold?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe you should go play on the fort, hey? I can feel the need to justify myself. Listening to a Myron Golden podcast the other day, and he was talking about how, you need to earn the ability to have balance, and you need seasons of focus. And maybe this is supposed to be a season of focus and I'm being unfocused. But the reality is you can only push so hard. We've spent the last 10 years working like crazy to try and make something work. And we kind of got something kind of working in video and marketing for a while. And the problem was it didn't line up with what I actually thought mattered, which was family integration, reintegrating the family. And I wanted to be able to do things with my kids, and that just didn't work with video and marketing right now. Maybe when they're older, I'll be able to do some of those kinds of things. We'll be able to make movies as a family or something. But right now, it doesn't work. So I had to find something else. And that's what this is. And if that is actually going to be part of the center of what we're doing, I can't let it take over, and I can't let it become the thing. And the reality is we just came out of a really, really intense season of putting together the marketing, putting together the web page, putting together the packaging, figuring out how to grow, all those kinds of things. So we're kind of out of a season where there's a little bit of a slump, and we can kind of wait on ads, see how things are going, and focus on family in a more intense way again, and do things inefficiently. Try and, have the kids help me plant, and have them help with deliveries and harvests, packaging, and all those kinds of things. We want them to be involved in the business. We want them to have a stake in it. We want them to feel ownership of it and be able to learn from it. If I'm hustling, then that's not going to happen. And I'm actually like a recovering hustle addict. Like, we were hustling like crazy, and I'm having to learn how to put my priorities back in place and make it so that business isn't everything. Even if that means doing things a little inefficiently. You want me to come with you downstairs?
Mm-hmm. Take your boots off now?
Take my boots off now. All right, you want to show me the fort?
From up.
This is the
That
nook.
was that.
This is
Up
what we call it.
there.
That's what we're working on.
It's fun.
It's a fort, yeah.
Daddy, I really like it.
If you've missed any of the previous videos, this is the nook, and we're building a fort in the nook. This is a little closet about 5 by 4 that is one of the kids' play places. So we're building the platform up there and trying to get it ready for a birthday party.
I love climbing on the pole.
My mess of tools. So the goal with the fort today is to get all the drywall done. There's just a few places that need a little bit more drywall. Corner in there that needs some drywall. Right there needs some drywall. And then if I can get that drywall up, that means tomorrow I can maybe mud it, and then we could actually paint. Once we can start painting, then I can worry about finishing some of the other things.
I can already just put my way down.
Due to an unfortunate miscalculation, I need to go pick up one more sheet of drywall, which is not an ideal amount of drywall to be having to pick up. So one of the books that Jill and I are reading through right now is Richie Norton's Anti-Time Management, which is an excellent book, even if it is a little wordy at times. Really great tools in that book. But one of the recent chapters that we read, he talked about work signaling, which is a term I really appreciate. I think it's a really great alternative to busy work in terms of understanding what's actually going on when you end up doing things that aren't really that productive. Because oftentimes it's not just about being busy. It's like, why are you doing busy work? And we can end up trying to show others, demonstrate to others, or even to ourselves that look, we're being busy, we're doing important work, and it's often the work that doesn't really need to be done. It's the stuff that's easier, or it shows better, but it's not actually the high value work that actually makes progress and gets things accomplished. That's definitely one of those things that can creep in when you're in kind of a hustle mindset, is you're constantly feeling like, I've got to push the needle forward, I've got to find a way to move forward, I've got to find a way forward. And when you start getting overwhelmed and there starts to be too much you're doing, you end up defaulting to this work signaling where you're demonstrating to yourself or to others that, hey, I am trying, look, I am hustling, I am moving forward, and it's stuff that doesn't need to be done. And I'm definitely working on detoxing from that type of hustle, work signaling type of habit that's kind of taken over my life. So trying to do less of that work signaling. And so like a day like today, I could be finding all kinds of things to do to keep myself busy and look like I'm doing important work, but it's not really getting me any closer to my goals. In fact, it would be actually getting in the way of what I want to be doing. what's actually important to me. And it really isn't necessary right now. We just gotta, anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm at the hardware store, so I'll be back in a sec. We are in the garage looking for lumber. It is a mess in here. That is, I don't know if anybody's specific's fault. In a large household like this, where you've got multiple families living in the same household and using spaces like this, it's hard to keep on top of a space like this. It just gets messy faster than you can keep it clean. It seems it was clean not that long ago, and it's already really what we just need. Like, I didn't buy a 2x4 because it just, I don't know. I'm just gonna cut it down to little pieces like this, so just for backing and things. So I just came out here to look for some. Sometimes hit or miss, leftovers from old projects, but like even these right here are actually from the original building. All kinds of goodies you can find out here. I think I have enough to get me going and get our drywall in. Maybe even what I need to finish that step, which would be super great. So we're gonna take this inside. Honestly, I feel like when I came out here, I wasn't sure I was going to find anything. I was a little bit worried. I think I hit the jackpot. This is going to be great. This is probably more than I need. This is super awesome. But I don't have any hands holding a camera. How do I get that door closed? Oh no! That was a little difficult. Probably should have taken 2 trips. It would have been smarter to take 2 trips. Alright, so we got drywall there. The kids keep filling this up with cushions, but we got new base drywall here to hide. The bookshelf will kind of come and slide out of the way here. And that is all now drywalled in. Still need to put screws in though. Pull out some of these screws and the ones that Trevelin's been putting in everywhere. I might have to pick up screws tomorrow. Hope not. Hope I have enough drywall screws. That'd be a bother, but it's amazing how much of a difference drywall makes in just making something feel finished. So hopefully I could start taping tomorrow. Tonight we are going to quickly take a look at anything we need to order off Amazon in terms of like drawer slides. I was looking at the local hardware store today for some drawer slides, and about 25 to 30% more than I can get them on Amazon. They're probably nicer ones, honestly, but for what I'm doing, I can get them off Amazon. So, hi, Leland. Yeah. Still lots to do, but some decent progress considering how little time I actually had to work on it today. So, not feeling too bad about the whole thing. It is crazy nice out here today. Oh, uh-oh. Still learning how to do this vlogging thing. How do you hold 3 things in your hands? Go and deliver some microgreen samples to a fitness coach friend of ours we've done some editing for in the past. He's got a lot of great content on his channel if you are into self-improvement goals and just fitness stuff. We also had a friend of mine's mother stop in just a few minutes ago to pick up some microgreens because her son and his wife brought a pack over for dinner with her the other night, and she really liked them, so she stopped in and picked up a couple packs, which is really nice of her and encouraging. She really liked it. I think that's one of the things that we do have going for this particular product, is that people seem to be genuinely really surprised by how good these microgreens are, and especially like people who've never had them. But even people who have had them are like, oh wow, these are really nice. These are really good. So I think we're doing a good job growing them and have a really good quality, solid product. So if we can let this thing get legs and see it out, I think we're gonna win in the end, because word's gonna get around. All right, not that you know that I left and have come back, but I was able to deliver the greens, the goods. Matt was in a meeting, so I couldn't say hi for too long, but it was good to make the connection. It really would be good to just to make a little bit more of a plan and an effort to think about who we could be giving samples out to. People who might really appreciate them, who would really benefit from them, and restaurants, people we know that are cooking in kitchens, or just families, things like that. Just we're growing a lot of product, and we may as well be giving out samples. Everybody's seeing our ads now, so that'll make our efforts in terms of brand recognition when we give those samples out, conversation points, all that stuff. People go, oh yeah, I saw this on Facebook. I saw your ad. That's right. Oh wow, that sky is really pretty. That is really pretty. It's just been a beautiful day. I love snow. Snow is amazing. Not a huge fan of the cold, but man, there's just not enough snow in Alberta. It makes me sad. And a big dump like this, and then a beautiful day with it. Oh man, so rare. I love it. Let me see. I gotta show you. This sunset. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. And there's home. If you can't tell, I love forts. That's our tree fort I built for the kids a number of years ago. I love forts. Forts are so cool. So you caught me. All right.